But I have been here a lot of times. In fact, recently I looked up and I saw that I first performed here February 2019. 5 years. That's a long time.
And that's a 5-year club.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We should get him a plaque,
Actually, yes, we should.
or at least a badge.
Remind me of that.
Yeah, I'll get him something.
But I started to think, whenever I tell people that I do this, there is usually certain parts of conversation that come up. The first one is like, oh, I could never do that. Never? Never. You have any idea how long never is? How many decades of life you have left to live? And you're saying in all that time, you can't come up with 5-10 minutes worth to perform? You can. You definitely can. And then they'll say stuff like, well, no, I can't get up on stage in front of a bunch of strangers. Here's something you may not realize from being in the audience. We can't see you. Tim will back me up here. We can see the first row, maybe part of the second, and that's about it. If it looks like I'm making eye contact with you, it's because I'm looking out at random bits of blackness and hoping that there's a person there. It's something that I learned in a public speaking class, like make eye contact with your audience, which is difficult when you can't tell where the eyes are. It's also a problem for snipers, I've heard. But if you don't want to get up in front of strangers, like I said, have some of your friends come into the front row. Give emotional support. Just make sure that they're your good actual friends, and they're not going to be sitting there going like, yeah. That's not the kind of support you need. Then people will say, but what if I'm terrible? Here's the thing. This is an open mic show. Anyone can come up here. And listen, in the years I've been coming here, not all the acts have been great. Some of them have been the very opposite of great. I may have been one or several of those acts. You know what I've never heard in all that time? Boo! You suck! Get off the stage! Not once. And thank you for your restraint.
That was close.
Oh, I know.
That was close.
Oh, no. When I was coming up with that part, I said, like, I am dangling live bait in front of them. And I just gotta hope that they don't go for it. I appreciate your restraint, because I know that was difficult. But you were kind to the nerd. I thank you. And then it comes to the inevitable question, well, don't you get stage fright up there? Weirdly enough, no. And I don't know why. I should. I'm a short, nerdy, nervous guy by nature. This should wreck me every time I get up here, but it doesn't. And I was trying to think why. I mean, part of it is something that Penn and Teller coined as no permanent damage. I can get up here, and I can make myself look like a fool, and you know what? My life is going to be exactly the same tomorrow as it was yesterday. As long as I don't insult my employer or a specific person that beats me up, I'm going to be fine. And that's when I realized that's why I don't get nervous up here. Because I consider my regular life way more terrifying than this. I can get up on stage and I can say anything I want to, and there are no consequences. In real life, there are consequences. Some examples. Every time I see an Amish woman in her 15 layers of denim and flannel, I want to walk up to her and say, hey, sexy lady. Every time. Now, I'm pretty sure that they are not in favor of tasers. I don't know what their position is on pepper spray, so I can't risk it. Anytime I'm in a store and I see a kid running around, I just want to stick my arm out and clothesline them. Figure if they're running just fast enough, they might be able to do a complete loop before they smack into the ground. whenever I'm in a store and I see a parent and parents and a bunch of kids running around screaming, causing chaos, just walk up to the parents and say, "So, was the sex fun?" It's not going to go well. Impulse is like when I'm in a drive-through and I want to back out, or go through a drive-through at full speed. Not good ideas. Let's see. What was it? I'm blanking out on the other ones here. Speaking of cars, anytime I'm in a store and I see someone drive up, get out of their car, leave it still running to go into the store, and I think to myself, you know what? It'd probably be nice to have a Ford Explorer. I mean, if they're making the crime that easy, does it really still count as a crime? Quick Google search told me that yes, it does. At work, they were making a big deal a few years ago about cell phones. They really want us to not have our cell phones. But they couldn't just say, like, don't bring your cell phones to work. So they said, you're not supposed to bring personal items with you to work. My clothes are personal items. Do you really want to play this game? Don't think you do. Think of this. I could go to a store tomorrow and buy a chainsaw. No background check or nothing. Have you ever thought about how much chaos you could cause with a chainsaw? And think about this. People hear gunshots, they immediately pay attention. They call the police. It's instantaneous. People hear a chainsaw, they just get annoyed. They try and tune it out. That buys you time. Think about it. People say you can't hurry love. These people have forgotten about kidnapping. Stockholm Syndrome is real. Make it work for you. Sometimes I'll be talking with someone and I'll think to myself, I could just haul off and punch them right now. They never expected. Friend, enemy, someone I've known since kindergarten, doesn't matter. This is the best response I've had for a while, so I'm enjoying it. And I've been talking a lot about cars, and part of it is because lately, when I've been going to fill up my car with gasoline, there has been this warning that pops up. Lock your car when unattended. I am right next to the car while I'm at the gas pump. And I don't know if you know this, 5'4" of dynamite, I'm not going to stop anybody who's going to try and take my car. Then it says, be sure to hide all valuables. My car is the most valuable thing I got right there. You want me to put it under a tarp or something? And this is the part they really don't think about. And this is the part, like I said, this would definitely have consequences. While I'm at the gas pumps, I am holding on to a hose that is spraying a flammable liquid. I love my car. If I can't have my car, nobody's having my car. Now, I'm not saying I'm planning on doing that. I'm not saying if this situation arises, that's going to be my first choice. I am saying it's an option. And speaking of options, I know you all had a lot of options of places that you could have gone, things you could have done tonight, but you came here, and I want to thank you for that. And as far as other options, if you want to see more of this lunacy, I do have YouTube and TikTok channels. If you look for Smart and Crazy, you can see more of my stuff. But I do want to thank you for your time and your attention. I hope you have a lovely evening. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, better every single month, Mr. Jason